A couple sharing a fiery kiss popped up during the live stream of the Disney fireworks display. Netizens were buzzing, marveling at the flawless mix of beauty and charisma, and soaking in the intense romantic vibes between the two. But my reaction was totally different from everyone else's. You see, the lady in the pic is my wife Lily, and the guy is her old flame, Kaito. Lily and this random dude blew up online thanks to a snap taken by a social media star during the Disney live show where they were caught in a kiss. Under the starry night, the fireworks were blazing, and the two were lost in each other. The pic was gorgeous. The kiss looked super artistic, but the kicker was that Lily is married. I caught this on the news on my phone at home. When Lily walked in, she just heard the sounds from a video on my phone. She didn't look too thrilled. She plopped down on the bed and glanced at me. "That's Kaito, my old flame I mentioned," I explained. "We were just celebrating New Year's together. A friendly New Year's kiss. Don't overthink it. I have no romantic feelings for Kaito." I set my phone down. "All right, Lily. He just got back to town and didn't have any plans, so he asked me to hang out for New Year's. I couldn't say no." I stayed quiet. Lily and I had been married for 3 years. She's always been pretty cool about intimacy stuff. I respected her space, so I never pushed her when she wasn't into it. Only when I saw that photo did I realize she had a real spark, but it wasn't directed at me. Seeing my cold reaction, she got a bit upset. "Aren't I home with you now? Who are you acting so distant towards?" Kaito's name wasn't new to me. The first time I heard it was on our wedding night. Lily had been drunk and called out his name in the middle of the night. Shortly after being discharged from the hospital, Lily went to a friend's get-together. By the time I showed up, Lily and Kaito were already there. She sat next to him, his arm around her waist, and there were red kiss marks on her collarbone, but she looked so relaxed next to Kaito, like she was truly loved. Friends joked that it was pure Lily. Only Kaito can reach her heart. If he hadn't gone abroad for treatment, there wouldn't be room for Jake, a friend asked Lily. "Do you really like Jake?" Lily shrugged it off lightly. "His eyes are just like Kaito's. Now that the main guy is back, the replacement should step aside." I stood in the doorway, hearing everything loud and clear. It seemed her friends knew all about their history and that Kaito was the one who truly mattered to Lily. Someone noticed me standing there and cut off the conversation. "Jake's here. Come on," Nan said. "We're just kidding. Don't take it seriously." Lily saw me, shyly covered her neck with her hair and whispered, "You're here." Kaito laughed and said, "Stop messing around. You'll freak Lily out, and it's hard to lift her spirits." Everyone teased. "All right, we know you're looking out for her." I casually sat next to Lily, reached out my hand, and flicked her hair aside. She was shocked as my cold fingers touched the red kiss mark. I laughed, acting wild. "Don't even try to hide an affair." Lily blushed. Kaito's face changed, and things got tense. "Lily, what are you talking about? Are you trying to make this awkward on purpose?" I let go of her hand. "Am I making this awkward? You two are getting all cozy in front of everyone. What are you scared of being embarrassed for?" Everyone tried to calm things down. Before we dive back into the story, we're so close to hitting 1,000 subscribers. It would mean the world to me if you could subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for your support. Back to the story. "It's gotta be a misunderstanding. We just drank too much," Kaito tried to explain. "Sorry, we drank too much." Lily looked at me. "What do you really want to do?" I pulled out my phone and showed her a text notification about extra card spending and a reservation for a swanky double room at Disney on New Year's Eve. "Lily, even if there's no feelings between you and your childhood buddy, I don't believe a guy and a girl can share a bed just like that." Lily stood up. "You got such a dirty mind. You think everyone's as shady as you." I pointed at everyone. "Ask any of these married folks if they trust their spouse to share a bed with someone else. If you can handle that, I'm cool." The friends knew about the situation, but didn't expect me to call it out so blatantly. The room went silent. I stood up, ready to leave. I just wanted them to know that I was stepping back. As I headed home, Lily quickly followed, trying to explain. "That day at Disney, there were no rooms left. We didn't book ahead, so we had to crash in one room. He slept on the couch. Honey, you gotta believe me. Seriously?" I pointed to the kiss mark on her collarbone. What about this? A mosquito bite? Lily blushed a bit. Kaito got drunk. He said he always liked me, but I pushed him away. I told him I was married and there's nothing between us. Lily had changed. Even when she lied, her face stayed the same. She wasn't the shy girl who blushed when fibbing anymore. I met Lily at a gallery I opened with a friend. She was crying in the corner, being comforted by her friend. That's when I learned her teacher used her painting with his name and sold it for over $100,000, but only gave her $3,000 as a handout. He disdainfully said, "Do you know how many art students want me to take their paintings? I used yours because I appreciate you." Lily came from a tough background, paying her tuition with part-time jobs. Studying fine arts was pricey, and her family couldn't help, so she had to fend for herself. She cried with her face in her hands, and I watched, feeling sorry for her struggles. I invested in her, hiring people to write art reviews. I didn't get art, but I had the cash. A few years later, when she graduated, I successfully promoted her to a small but known artist. She became my girlfriend, and later, my wife. The city praised her as a young artist with a unique style and refined demeanor in B City, untouched by the world's grime. But how can anyone stay pure in this world? I used my money to lift her above mundane stuff, letting her escape everyday hassles. Yet she thinks all her success is solely her talent. In reality, talent isn't what's missing the most. Lily looked at me. I haven't done anything to betray you. You can't just decide to divorce me like this. I won't divorce. Tears welled up in her eyes. You can't end things over one photo, right? You should give me a chance to clear my name. I had nothing to do with Kaito. Her voice was as sweet as ever as she clung to my arm. If you really can't stand Kaito, I'll cut back on seeing him. Through her shoulder, I saw our photos on the wall. Suddenly, I felt hesitant. A kiss didn't mean much. Neither did a text. They couldn't erase years of feelings between us. It seemed she still loved me. My heart softened, seeing her tears. That night, when we went to bed, she nestled into my arms, half asleep, pulling Kaito out of my mind. My heart, like being dumped with ice water, was fully awakened. Her phone buzzed. A message from Kaito. "Lily, I regret going abroad so much I miss standing by your side. Kissing you today felt like reliving that night in Disneyland again." Next was a selfie of them kissing. Lily had her eyes closed, and Kaito kissed her passionately. Stunned, Lily murmured, "Honey." My heart raced. I forwarded the photo, deleted the forwarding traces, locked my phone, and acted like I didn't see anything. Our wedding anniversary was a month ago. I had a surprise planned. I booked the top floor rotating restaurant at the Grand Hotel. Facing us was the city's tallest skyscraper, and I had arranged for the electronic wall of the opposite building to display my love message for our third anniversary. The whole floor was decked out with roses, and hundreds of drones were set to light up as per my plan. I texted her earlier to meet me at the Grand Hotel's top floor tonight. The time had come, but she was nowhere to be seen. Her phone was off, and she didn't reply. The hotel staff stood by nervously, unsure whether to serve the food. All my friends had already shown up. "Chen, your wife hasn't arrived yet. Maybe she's stuck in traffic, don't stress," my buddies suggested. It was rush hour. Everything was jammed. I checked the time. It was past our meetup. I nudged the staff to start serving. "Tell my friend she's got some urgent stuff and can join us later. Let's just eat on our own." As I spoke, a fuss broke out between the doorman and some guests outside. "Sorry, we're having a private event tonight." But there were still plenty of empty seats. What kind of person shuts down the whole place? It's ruining the night view for everyone. Can't you spare a seat? Today's a big deal for us. I turned my head to see. It was Lily with Kaito. Lily was holding a bouquet of red roses, and the two of them were holding hands, standing at the entrance ready to dine in the revolving restaurant. All my friends went quiet, watching the scene unfold. I walked over, staring at their intertwined hands. Lily saw me and looked flustered. I stared back at her. "Lily, do you remember today's our anniversary? Is hanging out with your ex that important? You didn't answer my calls or texts." Lily immediately let go. "Sorry, honey. I forgot today's our anniversary." My friend, irritated, snapped, "Forgot our anniversary. A married woman dating and holding hands with her ex-boyfriend, having a candlelit dinner like that. This is the first time I've seen something like this. Lily quickly defended herself. Today's Kaido's birthday. I just invited him for a meal. Then she stepped forward, tugging at my sleeve. Honey. I reached out and took her hand. Lily looked at me carefully. Honey, don't be mad. I stroked her hand, gently took the ring off her finger, and Lily panicked. What are you doing? I tossed the ring into the trash can beside me, looking up at her. It's over, Lily. I don't expect you to change or feel sorry for me. I shouldn't have been so naive to think you loved me. Let's divorce this time. I'm serious, I declared, and left. Lily tried to chase after me, but was stopped by her friends. Oh, your dude friend is still here, not chasing him. Lily, I really don't get what you're thinking. What's wrong with Chen? Where does he fall short? Why cheat with someone like this? Truly shameless, I continued. Lily replied, Jake, you guys shouldn't judge people so harshly. Kaido and I are just having a meal together. We can celebrate our anniversary every year. We have a lifetime together. Why stress over this one time? Kaito chimed in. Sorry, it's all my fault. If you want to blame someone, blame me. Don't blame Lily, she defended him. How could this be your fault? Today's Kaito's birthday. I invited him to dinner. Don't take his unnecessary anger to heart. Kaito asked, Are you sure it's okay? I think Chen is really pissed. Maybe we shouldn't have dinner now. You should go comfort him first. Lily said arrogantly, No need. I'll go home and calm him down a bit. He's always so petty. Don't mind him. Later that night, Lily found the door lock changed and pounded on the door loudly. The neighbors complained she was being noisy. She called me and I said, I'm staying at a hotel. It was the hotel I booked for our 3rd anniversary. You're not staying. I'll stay myself. Lily, this house is my home. Why can't I get in? I laughed and said, Your home? Have you ever paid a dime? Then I hung up the phone. I had reserved a swanky couples suite at the hotel for our anniversary. A romantic night with the city lights, red roses, red wine with a fruity scent. Everything was perfect except missing a woman. But now I didn't need it. The news of me wanting to divorce Lily spread quickly at her place. Her parents sold veggies to make ends meet because when Lily married me, I bought a house for her family and helped them start a fresh produce store. Life had just begun to stabilize. Plus, I always covered Lily's expenses, and she sent half back to her mom's family without me saying a thing. Now, if we divorced, all that would vanish. Lily usually worked in an art studio, creating pieces in her spare time. Since Kaito came back, he often joined her in painting there. When Lily's mom approached her, they were laughing and working on a new piece together. Suddenly, her mom shoved the easel away with one hand and slapped Lily with the other. Are you out of your mind? You should be soothing your husband, not hanging out with this pretty guy. I heard from the neighbors today that your husband wants a divorce. Lily's mom was tough, and her slap turned Lily's face red. Lily prided herself as a painter, always maintaining her image and rarely mingling with her parents outside for fear of revealing her ordinary roots. Her parents selling veggies embarrassed her. Lily's face was completely red from her mom's slap. With tears in her eyes, she asked, Mom, why did you hit me? Do you know what's going on? It's Kaito causing trouble, trying to make me want a divorce. Her mom replied, Don't think I don't know. As soon as Kaito came back, you started being wishy-washy again, wanting to be with someone else. Do you have any conscience? When Kaito didn't want you in the first place and left, who helped you when you were struggling? Now that you have some fame, you think you're untouchable? Playing these tricks with me? Let me tell you, even if you get famous, you're still my daughter. If you mess up, I'll still punish you. The studio staff began whispering among themselves. Kaito quickly shut the door and tried to talk to Lily's mom. Auntie, this is a misunderstanding. It has nothing to do with Lily. Lily's mom, full of fighting spirit, shot back. You're involved too. Didn't you know she's married? What's the deal with you two being together? Can't you avoid suspicion? You've made us all look bad by bringing such a sly fox into our lives. Lily cried out loudly. I can live well without relying on Kaito. I'm famous now. There are plenty of people wanting to buy my paintings. You're uneducated and don't understand anything. You shouldn't interfere in my life. The conflict between Lily and her mom escalated, and the news reached me. I smiled slightly. The divorce papers were already ready with my lawyer. I was just waiting for Lily to come sign them. When Lily arrived, she looked angry and said, "George, just because I'm close with a friend, you think I'm cheating and want a divorce? I won't agree. If we divorce, I want half of all your assets." I never thought the so-called high-minded artist Lily would also be greedy and fight over money. "Are you even worthy?" I retorted. I pulled out my phone and showed her the photos Kaido sent that night. Then I took out a USB drive with dashcam footage from my car, showing Kaido and Lily kissing and getting cozy in my car. "You think just because we didn't catch you in bed, it's not cheating?" Lily. "How shameless can you be? Wanting both my money and to sleep with me? You're truly despicable." Lily looked at the video on the USB drive, her face pale. "This is secretly recorded. It's not evidence." I chuckled. "You left no traces when having an affair, scared I wouldn't find anything." "Lily, you have another flaw. Your brain's simple." "Why do you think it's my duty to give you money? I'm your husband and I'm happy to spend on you, but you can't use my money to cheat on me. You really think too highly of yourself." Lily lifted her head. "Fine, let's divorce. Don't regret it." She grabbed the pen and signed the divorce papers. Before leaving, she hesitated and looked at me. "I actually have some feelings for Kaido. Can you give me another chance?" My eyes widened. "Lily, I've given you many chances, but you never truly cared about me, did you? If I knew 3 years later we'd end up like this, I'd rather not have met you at the gallery 3 years ago. I regret marrying you, Lily." That was the last thing I said before leaving her. The divorce was finalized that day. Kaito walked her out of the civil office, handing her a bouquet of red roses. Lily threw herself into his arms, and they embraced like they were getting hitched, fooling everyone who didn't know the truth. I thought divorcing Lily would make me feel down for a bit, but after getting the papers, I actually felt relieved. Maybe holding on to someone who doesn't love you is its own kind of pain. Less than a month later, I got an invite to Lily and Kaito's wedding. She posted pics on social media, flaunting their marriage certificate with their hands linked and rings shining. The caption read, "I just want to hold your hand forever." Lily called me, hoping I could come to see her happy. She also had good news for me. She was pregnant. I hung up the phone. In our 3 years of marriage, I desperately wanted kids, but Lily always put her career first. I didn't push her, thinking she'd want kids when she was ready, but I never expected that once she got with Kaito, she was all in for having a child. Turns out, she didn't want kids from me, just didn't want kids at all. I covered my face, tears streaming down my cheeks. A man's tears aren't easy to shed, but for the first time, I felt all my sincere efforts were just a joke. It was so ironic. Love. Someone who's unloved really does seem like a clown. I couldn't attend their wedding, but I heard it was grand and lavish. Kaito and Lily spent all their savings, determined to make their wedding unforgettable. When I saw Lily again, her belly was already big. She came to the gallery to discuss an art show. It was Kaito's exhibition, and after checking out several galleries, she felt mine was the best fit. A friend helped her plan it, and she was super happy. The friend looked at her belly and said, "You must be around 5 or 6 months pregnant. Why stress about the art show? Can Kaito handle it?" Lily replied proudly, "He never gets these things. He just loves to paint. I handle all the boring stuff, and now I'm pregnant, so inspiration's gone. I can't paint, so I decided to help him with the show planning." The friend asked if I wanted to host their exhibition at my gallery. I said, "Why not? Isn't it dumb not to make money when you can?" The exhibition was a hit because my gallery had a good rep in the art scene, and shows usually brought in regular customers. Kaito and Lily thanked me with smiles. I handed them the bill and said, "No need to thank us. Good service is key in our line of work. You can recommend the gallery to your art circle friends for future shows. Here's the bill. Pay by check or bank transfer." Kaito looked stiff. "Rent? What rent?" And then he glanced at Lily, confused. "Me? Do you think hosting an art show doesn't cost anything? Have you ever seen a gallery let others host shows for free? Didn't you think about paying rent when you hosted the show?" My voice was loud. Everyone in the gallery turned to look. Lily's face turned red, embarrassed and incredulous as she stared at me. I'm hosting a show at your place, and you still want to charge us rent? I was even more incredulous. Lily, if everyone hosted shows without paying rent, our gallery would have gone bust long ago. I'm a business person, and it's business. You and Kaito didn't expect free stuff, did you? More and more customers started watching. Come on, hosting an art show without paying rent? Hush, that's your ex-wife, Lily. Even as an ex, she knows it. Shameless, bringing her hubby to freeload. That's some thick skin. Tears welled up in Lily's eyes as she shouted loudly, "Stop lying! I never paid rent for hosting shows before." I chuckled. Lily, use your brain. You used to be my wife, of course. I wouldn't charge you rent for organizing shows. Now you're my ex-wife. You're helping your husband organize the show. Should the ex-husband pay? Does that sound fair to you, Kaito? Do you think it's right to ask your ex-husband for money? Kaito felt embarrassed and took out his card. Just swipe the card. I took the bank card, processed the payment, and said, "Thanks for your support. Welcome back anytime. Oh, by the way, there's a commission for any paintings sold in our gallery. You know that, right? Don't accuse me of cheating. It'd be tough if paintings sold and no payment was made. After all, the gallery isn't just mine." Lily was furious. "We'll take all the paintings and won't sell them at your gallery." They hurriedly left. I overheard Kaito complaining, "How can you handle things so badly? I should have found a gallery myself. You made me lose face." Kaito started gaining fame in City B, holding exhibitions everywhere, while Lily slowly faded from everyone's view by early summer. Kaito joined an exhibition called The Young Painter. My friend and I went to check out the paintings and saw a stunning woman by Kaito's side, exuding artistic flair with her thick, flowing hair and ethnic jewelry. She stood beside Kaito, chatting and laughing with friends. My friend said she was Anna, a wealthy second-generation painter who just returned from abroad. Her family owned galleries and art museums overseas, and she was smitten with Kaito from day one, chasing him passionately, a well-known fact in the city. At this moment, Lily should be about to give birth at the end of the art exhibition. I saw Lily hurriedly arrive, her belly big, her face round and full, no longer the cool and ethereal artist she once was. She walked into the exhibition carrying a bag, looked at Kaito and Anna, and loudly demanded, "Kaito, who is she?" Anna glanced Lily up and down, giggling with her hand over her mouth. "Kaito, is this your wife? I thought she was also an artist. Why does she look like a typical housewife? Oh my." It's really embarrassing for the art community. No, absolutely not. Feeling embarrassed, Kaito pulled Lily to a corner. They're all industry friends. I need her help for my overseas show. Don't get upset. Let me explain when we get home. Lily shook off his hand. Explain it here. I want to know why you couldn't discuss it over the phone. Why did it have to be arranged in a hotel in the middle of the night with this lady? Kaito, our baby is about to be born, and you're indifferent. I'm handling everything for the baby alone, while you wander the streets with other women checking out art every day. You have a family, Lily said, frowning. Kaito replied, I don't know how to buy baby stuff. I only know how to paint. You told me to focus on painting, and now you've changed, acting like a nagging wife, making a scene here at the art exhibition. This isn't a marketplace. A nagging wife, making a scene here at the art exhibition. This isn't a marketplace. You must have picked up those bickering habits from your parents. Stay away from them in the future. Kaito's words once again provoked Lily. Exposing her family background was the last thing she wanted. She did something unexpected, rushing forward to grab Anna's hair and start fighting. Crying as she hit her, you know Kaito has a wife, yet you still try to seduce him. You're shameless. Everyone was stunned. Lily, not a big celeb, but a somewhat known painter with a fresh and elegant style and impressive skills, was now fighting with a mistress in the gallery while pregnant. People rushed to pull them apart. Anna shoved her harshly. Are you crazy? Kaito is such a talented person. Married to a crazy woman like you, he can only be dragged down by you. I can help him go further, gain international fame. What can you do besides cry, make scenes, and threaten suicide? Lily was almost knocked to the ground, even though others supported her. She still felt a pang in her stomach. Kaito looked displeased at Lily. You're truly insane. Look at yourself. There's no trace of an artist left in you. Kaito didn't spare another glance at Lily. He left with Anna, leaving Lily sitting on the ground, holding her stomach and crying. I sighed, thinking, after all, we were once married. I took her to the hospital. She held my hand, crying with regret. George, I was wrong. I thought Kaito was my beloved, but he's not. He's just the perfect shadow I imagined. He doesn't care about anything except fame. I have no value to him. He went to seek out valuable women. I gave so much, even sacrificed my career and our marriage, but now I have nothing. I regret going to see those fireworks back then. I really regret it, George. In this world there are no regrets, only our own choices, I gently said. Lily, the person you liked when you were young has finally come to you. Aren't you happy? Isn't this what you always wanted? Her answer was the regretful sound of her crying. Lily gave birth prematurely to a daughter, weighing only 4 pounds. Because of underdeveloped lungs, the baby had to stay in an incubator. The next day, I took the fragile Lily back to the hospital to hand her the baby. I heard Kaito and her arguing in the ward. Lily, sign my car back to the hospital to give her to me, Kaito argued. Lily, sign the divorce papers early. The daughter belongs to you. I don't want her. I don't like kids. You chose to have her, so take care of her yourself. Kaito, I just gave birth to our child and you want a divorce? Lily cried. Anna said if I marry her, she can help me with immigration to develop in Country K. Her family can promote my art. They see it as very promising. Lily, you know how important this is to me. What about me? Am I not important? Kaito, you've always known that painting is the most important thing in life. Everything else has to make way for art, including you. You know how crucial painting is to me. I've come so far with great difficulty. I can't fail. So this marriage, I must keep it. Lily sarcastically laughed. Kaito, are you so sure Anna will marry you? Be careful not to come back empty-handed. Kaito confidently smiled. Anna admires me a lot. She says I'm the most talented person she's ever met. We'll definitely get married. Kaito left with nothing but the clothes on his back, handing all the money in the house to Lily, finally getting divorced. But when he went back to find Anna, the place was empty. Anna's spot was rented, just a 3-month temporary stay before heading back to her home country. Her family, though wealthy abroad, had left without a trace. Kaito realized he couldn't contact Anna while she was overseas. Anna called me before boarding her flight home and said, Cousin, everything's settled. I'm leaving. Remember to invite me for a meal next time you visit. I replied, Sure, the high-end jewelry has been sent to your place. You'll see it when you return. Anna is my cousin, my blood cousin. She was upset after hearing about my divorce, so she went back home and put on a good front to vent her frustration with me. Kaito and Lily are selfish, always thinking about their own future. They forget everything else. They don't need any tricks, just a little push, and they fall into traps. They really have simple minds. Kaito is still clueless, dreaming of becoming internationally famous. Meanwhile, Lily got divorced and was completely down. Her baby was born prematurely, and the hospital bills were tens of thousands. She stayed in the neonatal intensive care unit with her baby in an incubator. Once the child was discharged, her health wasn't great, and she often fell ill, needing more hospital visits. She spent her days busy with hospital trips, and the money was already gone. Painting felt like a thing of the past for her. She hadn't picked up a brush in ages. In City B, the art world was crowded with talents. Within a year, almost no one remembered Lily's name. The next time I saw her, she was carrying her child while helping at her family's vegetable shop selling produce. She no longer had her once proud and distinguished look. She was now wrapped up in everyday life, looking like the ordinary people she used to despise. As for Kaito, he left the marriage with nothing, emotionally wrecked. It seemed he hadn't created any eye-catching artwork since, and no one was buying his paintings. According to friends, he was staying in a wholesale painting city, churning out bulk landscape paintings priced at $100 or $200 each. On the other hand, my art gallery was thriving, showing signs of becoming a leader in the field. When a columnist interviewed me and asked if I had any regrets, I smiled and said, No, I feel that every day is the best present moment.